Hello, ladies and gents, to No Drama Just Movies Rapid Reviews. I've been known to partake in a horror movie or series every once in a while, so I watched Bring Her Back recently, and I had some thoughts. Right off the bat, here's a warning. If you love jump scares or costumed freaks slashing their way through terrified teens, this might not be the right film for you. The second offering from Danny and Micah Philippou is a slow boiler, a movie that spends a lot of time at the beginning introducing us to the characters. It firmly plants the rest on the solid foundation that is the relationship between Andy and Piper. Billy Barratt and Sora Wong do a great job in their respective parts. But the standout performance clearly belongs to Sally Hawkins. Once she entered the story, the film caught me with its quiet, unsettling tension. You know there's something wrong with Laura. There are secrets here that made me wonder and worry at the same time. Again, an unease intensified by Jonah Wren Phillips' performance as Oliver. The movie cleverly turns up the heat, bit by bit. Sally's manipulation, her gaslighting. The script lets you guess at some of the rules and life of the characters, inviting you to put the clues together. Let me know, for example, what you thought grapefruit meant. All that doesn't mean it's completely without horror. There's a terrifying scene when Andy is taking a shower and his dad appears. It works so well because instead of getting a quick jump scare, the film lets you sit in that discomfort, drawing it out until the bubble pops. The ending is more quickfire, the culmination of everything that has been bubbling under the surface. It is the perfect reward for your patience. Overall, this was a tense film that works because of its fascinating characters. The monster is not a hideous beast. It is a grieving woman. And when you get to the last shot of her and her daughter in the pool, I'm sure you'll feel at least a little pity for her. And that's all. Roll credits.